Chapter 11. Strategic Integrity Management as a Dynamic Capability.
Michael Fwerst and Andreas Scotter.
Introduction.
In recent years, integrity and compliance management have developed beyond being reactive and rather static mitigation activities for correcting or minimizing negative effects from ethics breaches or other managerial misconducts. Today, leading firms deploy integrity and compliance management approaches that proactively influence organizational core processes and employee behaviors. There are two main reasons for this change, including increased pressures from outside of the firm to become better corporate citizens, and from within the firm, driven by more educated and diverse employees, especially from generations X and Y. 1. Both trends are reactions to the many publicized cases of company misconduct, such as corruption, for example, Siemens 2008, accounting fraud, for example, Enron or Lehman Brothers, and human rights violations, for example, Shell, over the last decade. We therefore suggest that in the interest of preventing and reducing those cases in the future, a more analytic and less ideology-driven discussion about the real and systemic root causes of integrity issues needs to take place. We describe how leading firms use integrity management dynamically as a strategic tool that creates positive effects on firm performance. Unethical conduct should not just be viewed as lack of integrity or lack of certain character qualities of some individual employees. Such a perspective does not recognize the complexity of most corporate integrity or compliance issues. Research has shown too that the apparent frequency of ethical misconduct is being caused by organizational factors, including corporate cultures that create enormous psychological pressures on individuals. This then leads to situations where even managers who are considered highly moral deviate from everyday ethical norms. Even more importantly, structural causes are typically the driving forces behind systemic misconduct. These include unbalanced incentive systems that determine bonuses, salary increases or career progression without any consideration of moral behaviors. 3. A lack of responsible leadership. 4. Or a climate in which speaking up is not an accepted practice but instead, represents a career risk that could lead to repercussions. 5. Jennings 6 uncovered some of the reasons for the collapse of companies based on ethics issues in her book, Solutions to the Corporate Integrity Quandary. Companies need to be more proactive in integrating general organizational processes and structural designs rather than being reactive and defensive, solely focused on mitigation and damage control. In this chapter, we describe how dynamic integrity management processes can be integrated into organizational systems in order to avoid negative conduct. Further, we will build a roadmap of how integrity management can actively drive positive effects on firm performance.